Hey guys, what is up? Coming back yet again with another trade review for July 12th, 2024. Today I had a couple tickers on my watch list. These are all large cap. I had Google, Apple, Run, which is not, but it still falls into my criteria, and Lowe's. What was I looking at? Looking at larger time frames. Google specifically, I was looking at the monthly level. So we had this big sell off yesterday. Why was I looking at Google? I was looking at this because of where the price was in relation to the monthly high. And TradingView is phenomenal for this. There's so many different scripts that you can use that kind of simplify everything for you, make it much easier. And in this case, on my charts, I have monthly high, low, weekly high, low. Just makes it easier to see. Are we in a range? Are we around that level? And I like to use these larger time frame levels because they tend to be areas of interest and they will make a turn, either long or short. But I will also combine these with the 4 hour. So in this case, looking at the 4 hour, we broke 4 hour trend with that big sell off yesterday. Let me readjust this. So I was actually looking for a short this morning on Google, and I had 3 on my watch list. Like I said, Apple, Google, Run, and I'll pull them over to the side, look at a 5 or a 2 minute, 1 or 2 for entry. But for the most part, I'm looking at what will happen in and around these levels. And that's the most important thing. You can draw these levels all day. How will you react when price hits this level? Will you pull the trigger? Are you going to be like a deer in headlights, which is, as a newer trader in the past, that's what I would do. It would hit this level and then I would just have self-doubt, fear, and, my heart's pounding out of my chest. What will I do around this level? How will you react around this level? So this didn't work out. And if you look at Google on a smaller time frame, it just kind of ranged all day. There was really no direction on it. The other one, was Run. I was looking for a short on this. It was extended on the daily. And we were around 4 hours still in the uptrend. So it opened above. Let me go on a smaller time frame just to see where it did open. Okay, so here, right here. So I was looking at this monthly high. I was looking for price to hit this monthly high and then dip. Possibly looking at 1571 as a target, which is previous week's high. Excuse me. It did respect this monthly high and tested, broke, retested, and ran. So there are many times that I will flip position too when we're around these very strong levels. If it respects this level, breaks through, retests, respects, and push, you can get almost like an ABCD out of it, or maybe ABCD, or you can get like a 2-to-1, 3-to-1, depending on where you place your stop. Didn't like this one. I did, however, like Apple. And what I liked about Apple, it was in and around daily level again. Yes, today's Friday. So we were close to this daily level and we were still holding this bullish trend line. So what I was thinking is, again, utilizing 4 hour. Let me go down to the smaller levels, show you the range that I was looking at. Yes, here it is right here. So price was in a little range, tight range here on a smaller time frame. And I was looking for it to break this range and then eventually for it to come all the way back up to this level on the 4 hour. I did run out of time this morning, had other things going on, so I took my profit and ran. So let me pull you over to my charts. I find it easier, and these may look silly, to draw in these obnoxiously large support resistance levels and or ranges, only because I want to do the least amount of thinking. I want to do all the pre-planning in the pre-market and then have my targets set, my entry set, so that way I can quickly glance at my other monitor and decide whether or not I will jump in a trade, and not be confused whatsoever. So I'll limit myself to 3-4 max. Same with reversals, 2, 3 if my account will handle it, depending on the size. But in this case, what I was looking at was this range. It was holding this range. Again, looking at the 4 hour and utilizing the larger time frame levels, we're in an uptrend, like I said here on my trading view setup. And this is all pre-planned prior. Even in the evening before, I'll look at these levels, mark them just so it's a little bit less work in the pre-market. And I will use the 1 or 2 for entry. Let's look at the 1. So you have price open at 9:30. You have this high volume. It kind of, jumped around this level, looking for direction. And after this first minute here, at 9:30, first minute, technically speaking, I should have got in after this break, but I was confident with this large volume candle. Stop was under this level here, and I added in. This was a mistake. I had my hand on my stream deck and I partialed right here, re-entered or not re-entered, re-added. This was not a full entry, this was 20% partial. Add, partial, mistake, add. And target was, like I said, originally top of this level, which was 232.60. But I have these, on these 15 minutes, I'll have this level marked. And then again, this level, which is the top of the 15-minute candle. I just like using these larger time frame levels, 30 even, or even the 1 hour. Just bring me more confidence. I'm not a scalper, but there are times I will scalp, don't get me wrong, but I really like how it respects these levels on the larger candles and larger time frames. So we have 3 adds, 1 mistake partial, and then eventually all out here. I could have held it. Like I said, I could have set a range. I knew I wouldn't be back before 4, and I don't like managing positions from my phone. And so I got all here, hit daily goal. And that was my only trade for the day. I am up just about 6 hours this week. July's been a good month. Psychology is really improving. My strategy is my own with a little unique twist on others that I've learned from, incorporating larger time frame levels, utilizing the tape, utilizing the level 2. And the longer you're in this game, the more you begin to trust yourself, the more you are in tune with your emotions, how good you are at stopping yourself or taking breaks, if you're not feeling well, or not letting your ego get in the way when you think you can trade, or sizing up, or letting any of the other things kind of sabotage or hijack yourself. And so that's been a positive. Other than that, that was pretty much it for today. Just one trade. I haven't been taking too many trades, finding good setups, letting them kind of mature, get to their level, instead of just desperately using my scanner looking for opportunities to get in. If I come to the market in the morning and I have a quite large, maybe 150, 200 stocks that I'll go through, but I'll quickly scan through them. I will look at the daily chart, and with time you can kind of tell or quickly go through these and see if there's any opportunity. So the previous night I will scan through TradingView using my watch list. That I have 2 watch lists. So my DAS watch list and then another watch list. And these are just stocks that I'll add on through the day, something that pops up on Trade Ideas. I'll drop it in here, just kind of keep an eye on it for a few days, but I will quickly keep this on a daily. And if we're around a larger time frame level, like even IONQ for that example here, this I don't touch. This has come down quite a bit where it used to work, trade a little bit better around the $20 mark, but you can see quickly we're around this monthly level. So I'll mark it just with a little blue flag, just to kind of alert me for something to look at in the morning, and then quickly go down the whole list. Where are we? Weekly, mid-range. Where are we? Like this, for example, we're in a daily uptrend. And I'll break it down. Where are we in the 4? Where are we in the 1 hour? 5. Do we have any potential for entry? Are we around any larger time frame levels? I prefer to take trades when we're in an uptrend around a monthly level for support, kind of like this held here. And that's it. So like I said, psychology is improving. Everything gets better every day. every week, every month, refining trades and just incorporating everything. And I know somebody in the BBT community had said this, after years, it's almost like driving a car, shifting, using the radio, it starts to become second nature. So you can sit in this trade knowing that, okay, here's the open. Shit's going to get crazy right now, but you can stare at this tape and really zone in and focus. Is there anything funky happening? Is this trying to fake you out? Are there large orders here? Is there nothing coming in on the tape? Is it all selling? Where are the buyers? And in my peripheral, I'll have the order book here so I can see these asks starting to line up, stack, and then I'll do a quick scroll. Where are the asks at? Do we have anything sitting at a half, whole, quarter? How fast is the tape moving? What is the tape doing speed-wise in relation to the level? Is it pushing through? And then I will also mark up my two ETFs. So I'll mark up the SPY. Same thing. Where are we on the daily? Where are we on the 4 hour? Are we in a bullish uptrend? Are we in a bearish uptrend? Where are we, or how close is price to current levels? And by levels, like I said, I'm not a scalper, so I'm looking at larger time frame levels. I need it to be close to a daily or a weekly or a monthly. And going through all these stocks, can I find something every day? Maybe. Is it warranted to trade every day? Probably not. So I know that in the morning, if there's nothing that I find in my list, I will rely on my scanner for potential reversals. And I do have scanners that, if anybody's interested in the settings, I do have custom scanners that I built myself. If anybody's interested, just like I said, shoot me an email or a text, or hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. But I'll still follow the same procedure. If something comes up on the scanner, I won't just inadvertently take it because it has my candlestick set up. I need that price to follow the same rules. Are we in an uptrend? Are we around a very strong weekly or daily level? I want it to test, I want it to try and push, and I want it to see it fail. Then I'll consider taking a 15-minute reversal, or even a 5-minute. I do prefer 15s or 30, even an hourly. And I'm looking at potentially starting to swing some of these positions. And that is it. Really, again, I've mentioned this before. I do have a small community at zprotrader.com if anybody is interested, as well as I still am doing one-on-one coaching. If anyone's interested, shoot me an email, visit the website, hit me on IG or Twitter. And for anybody that's new, or even people have people that have been in the game for a little while, I highly encourage and recommend you to be open to working with a performance coach or psychologist. It will level you up in so many ways that you've never imagined. It'll improve your trading, it'll improve your personal life. I have a good friend of mine I've been working with for 2 years. It's Wesley Altman. He's a performance coach, fantastic coach. If anybody's interested, I have a link on my website in the coaching drop-down menu, or worth every penny and all the time and work that you will put in with him. It'll change your life, change your trading. Again, anyone has any questions, zprotrader.com. Hope that everybody had a fantastic trading day and week, and I hope you have a great weekend.